Good morning, everybody. This is Karl Julius Lee, coming to you from Brownsville, Texas. Um, the painting that I'm showing you is one of 20 from my exhibit from July 2020. The exhibit was entitled Prelude. And this portrait you're looking at is of a very young Jeffrey Dahmer. And that's what the exhibit was about. It was about these children that later became serial killers. And anyway, I'm going to give you a little bio on Jeffrey Dahmer. And but before I do that, I want to tell you the way I did it is he often felt isolated as a child. His parents used to argue a lot, which would upset him very much. And the arguing eventually led to their divorce, which he took very hard. And so I depicted him as being alone, isolated, way to the side, and the background is just like this, the world is on fire, it's just going mad. And my formula for doing this series was the backgrounds of each portrait of each child was to foretell what was going to happen in their future. So it kind of gave you a hint. Not too obvious, but just more of a hint. So anyway, this is the young Jeffrey Dahmer. And let me give you a little bit. Body count was 17. He was born May 21st, 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was the first of two sons. Lionel Dahmer, his father, was of German and Welsh ancestry, and Joyce, his mother, was of Norwegian and Irish ancestry. His mother was known to be tense, greedy for both attention and pity, and argumentative. And her husband, with her husband and neighbors. Lionel's university chemistry studies kept him away from home much of the time. When he was at home, his wife, a hypochondriac who suffered from depression, demanded constant attention. She once attempted suicide. Dahmer had been a, quote, energetic and happy child, unquote, but became notably subdued after double hernia surgery shortly before his 4th birthday. In elementary school, Dahmer was regarded as quiet and timid. One teacher said that she sensed he felt neglected because of his mother's illness. To go on, let's see, from an early age, Dahmer manifested an interest in dead animals. He once decapitated the carcass of a dog before nailing the body to a tree and impaling the skull on a stake beside a wooden cross in the woods near his house. From his freshman year at Revere High School, Dahmer was seen as an outcast. At 14, he began drinking beer and hard alcohol in school. He told a classmate it was his medicine. When he reached puberty, Dahmer discovered he was gay. He did not tell his parents and began fantasizing about dominating, controlling, and completely submissive male partner. These fantasies gradually became intertwined with dissection. When he was about 16, Dahmer conceived a fantasy of rendering unconscious a particular male jogger he found attractive and then making sexual use of his body. On one occasion, Dahmer concealed himself in bushes with a baseball bat to lay in wait for this man, who did not, however, pass by on that particular day. So, lucky for that man. Dahmer later said this was his first attempt to attack someone. Shortly before he graduated high school, he did perform his first murder. And Dahmer became something of a class clown. He often staged pranks, became known as doing the Dahmer. These included simulating epileptic seizures and cerebral palsy at school and local stores. When he was killing his victims, most of them were African American male. He'd pick up at gay bars in the Milwaukee area. And so if you go onto YouTube, you can find out more stories and interviews with Jeffrey Dahmer, one with his father. Shortly before his murder in jail, which was set up, he was bludgeoned to death shortly after his incarceration. So this is Jeffrey Dahmer. I'll be bringing you 19 other serial killers And I really appreciate your time. And the next person coming up that I will talk about will be Beverly Gale Allett, aka the Angel of Death. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Thank you.